Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Marie, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. I do like lifestyle videos, slash traveling, slash like showing you my student life experience because I am a fourth year university student at the University of Waterloo. So I've been doing like videos that kind of shows you my life and what it's like to be a student. So this video series is part of my UK vlog series because I went to the UK last fall, fall 2019 study term in the UK where I studied at the University of Birmingham, and during that time I traveled a bit. So as you can tell the title of this video and my Scotland sweater, happy Outlander Day! Oh my god, Outlander season 5. It's back, baby, and I'm so excited because Droughtlander is finally over and we finally get to hear more about the Fraser family. And so I'm very excited for this 3-part series. That's part of a bigger series because I'm planning to do 3 videos for Scotland because I went to Scotland for a weekend where I visited Edinburgh and Glasgow, because those are the 2 main places that I was able to visit on such a short budget, and also where a lot of Outlander is filmed, season 1 to 4, I think. Yeah, so stay tuned, and yeah, I think I'm splitting the video in. One is Edinburgh, which doesn't have a lot of Outlander stuff. Episode 2 and 3 are the bigger ones, whereas episode 2 is the whole Outlander, what am I gonna say, Outlander filled day where I went on tour. When I went on a tour with Haggis Adventures, where they brought us around different shooting spots in Edinburgh, Falkland, and a bunch of different places, and just kind of learn more about the different castles and different shooting places that Outlander was filmed in. And then the 3rd video is going to be a collection of places that we went to in Glasgow, including the University of Glasgow, where a part of season 3 was filmed, particularly the earlier on in the season with Bree and Frank and Claire. So I'm excited. You're excited, so stay tuned. Okay, I just realized the first part of this introduction is not focused, so I'm so sorry, but bear with me here. This first video is going to be on Edinburgh, where Erica and I traveled from Birmingham to Edinburgh by an overnight bus, which means that we left Birmingham at 10:30 p.m. and we got to Edinburgh at, I think it was 7:30 in the morning. So that was about a 9-hour bus ride. I am not that great on long journeys, where I tend to not fall asleep because I just get very uncomfortable in like tight spaces. So Erica, she kind of slept most of the bus ride, but myself, I was awake for majority of it. I think I got about 2-3 hours of sleep, but I was awake the entire time, just like listening to music and just like looking outside. So it was nice though because I got to kind of see the different stops that we went on, where we made a stop in Manchester. The first and only time I've ever been in Manchester was the bus station for like a couple minutes while people got off. So that was a thing. And so our ticket, I think our ticket cost us about, if I can recall, I think like 20 to 30 pounds. It wasn't that expensive, but of course pounds translates by 2 in Canadian, about $60 a ticket, which is completely not bad because that's like the expected price of a bus ticket, especially if you're going from one city to another. That's like 8 hours apart, and that was definitely a lot cheaper than taking an airplane there because a Friday airplane ticket costs so much compared to the ticket that we got coming back from Glasgow to Birmingham, which was around, I think, £90, which is like almost $200. I can't remember, but it was like, wait, no, it wasn't £90. It was like 75, around a 75 range. So yeah, when we got to Edinburgh, we got off at St. Andrew's Station, where St. Andrew's Square is like the city center area of Edinburgh, for those of you who don't know. And yeah, so when we got off, our check-in for our hotel wasn't until 2:30. So we want to like check around the area because it does take 30 to 40 minutes of a train ride to get in and out of the city from where we were staying. So we wanted to make sure we saw a lot. So the morning that we got there, we went to McDonald's, ate breakfast because we were starving. We weren't allowed to eat on the bus. So our plan of bringing sandwiches onto the bus failed because we weren't allowed to eat on the bus. And then we hit up H&M because your girl thought that Scotland was going to be warm, or I didn't know why I thought Scotland was going to be warm. But for those who know Scotland, in the fall, near November time, it's quite cold because it's up north in the UK. And so that week, actually, I saw some posts of Scotland where some parts of it actually snowed a bit. So I'm like, okay, Angelica did not prepare for this weather. But you know what? There are stores. I was able to go to H&M. I got a cute fluffy sweater that I wore and I was warm. So yeah. So I'm gonna stop talking now and just show you what we did that day. Hope you guys enjoyed this video and stick around for the end. The night we left for Scotland, we had dinner on campus and bought some sandwiches to eat on the bus. Hello, Erica. Hi. Where are we off to? We're going to Scotland. Oh my God. Outlander. Sam Hewen. Yeah. Sam Hewen, I know you're waiting for us. We're coming for you. Hopefully we can find you. Not in a creepy way, but in a loving fan way. You know? Yeah, I know. Okay. We're going to Edinburgh and then Glasgow on Sunday after the Outlander tour. Priorities. Okay. Montage time. The bus in total took 8 hours from Birmingham to Edinburgh, and we got off at St. Andrew's Square. Check-in wasn't until 2:30, so Erica and I decided to explore Edinburgh for a bit before we checked in, just because it did take like about 40 minutes to travel in and out of the city center area. And our first visit was Greyfriar Bobby's statue, and here I am struggling to reach his little nub of a nose. And apparently if you rub his nose, you're guaranteed good luck. After hitting up some souvenir shops and, you know, getting some souvenirs for friends and family and a couple for ourselves, we took the train to the hotel, which took about 30 to 40 minutes. And the hotel we stayed in was called Ibis Budget Hotel at Edinburgh Park. And let me tell you, it was so cute with the bunk beds. I think it was meant for families, and so it was just perfect for me and Erica.
Hey.
Hello. A shower.
Oh, it's literally right here. And then the toilet is in that room. Oh wow. Okay, we'll not look at you when you shower. Because there's no cover.
And the toilet. Oh, fancy.
Oh, ooh, tiny. Have his own brick wall. Oh, and like all the bedding and the towels are up here. This is cute. I love it.
It's very cute.
And you get a little like seat if you ever want to sit here.
I'm so confused. I don't know how to turn on the light. I was pressing it, but it was not turning on.
Oh, and then you can hang stuff here. And this is our view. Our view is really pretty.
The train is right there.
Do you see the train? I can't see the train. And like, if we want peace and quiet, we have the blinds. Feel the bed, jump, jump.
Oh no, my arm's stuck. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. It's comfy. So we didn't know how to turn on the lights, and we finally figured out you have to put the pass in
And then, boom.
Bring on the lights.
And then over there, bam. Hey.
A little blinking.
Nice strobe lights now for a party.
Yay!
Yay! I can show you the world, shining, shimmering, splendid.
Tell me, princess.
Now when did you last let your heart do?
We are children. How did they let us in here?
Who let us come to Scotland?
I don't know.
Joke's on you.
After relaxing in the hotel for a bit, we went back on a train and went to the city again so we could visit the Edinburgh Castle, which we had tickets to. It was about, I think, £16, 8 to £16 around there. And so that was something we really wanted to see when we were planning our trip to Scotland, because we heard it's a very monumental place in Edinburgh, because that's where Mary, Queen of Scots, and her family grew up or like lived in the earlier stages of her life. And who doesn't love castles? Come on, it's a given. And so it was just a nice view here and there. And Erica and I got very, very lucky because, as people know, in the UK, it rains a lot. And this one weekend that we decided to go to Scotland, it was such a beautiful, bright blue, cotton-filled skies. Except for that one day in Glasgow, but overall, the weekend was just so beautiful. I think it's just because in Scotland, everything is very nature and very fresh, so it was really, really nice. By the time we got to the castle, it was about 4:30. And for people who aren't familiar with the weather, there's not a lot of sunlight during the fall and winter time in the UK, so that meant we only had about 45 to an hour left of sunlight. But oh my gosh, look at the stunning view. We made it to golden hour just in time to get a good view of Edinburgh from the top of Edinburgh Castle.
We are in the Edinburgh Castle. But look at the fucking view, okay? Oh my gosh.
It's beautiful here. Can we just live here?
Yep, I'm down.
We miss you, family, but
Let's all move here.
this.
I think we should all move here. Everyone that we know.
I agree. Okay, we should go to castle because it's already 2 and we're at half an hour behind. Okay, bye. Unfortunately, we weren't allowed to film inside some of the castle buildings just because they wanted to preserve the mystery and the history within the walls. And so please enjoy some outside views of the castle, and I will make sure to insert some photos so you can kind of see what was inside without revealing everything. And for those who aren't familiar with Mary, Queen of Scots' story, her story is very sad from the moment of her birth to her downfall, because she became queen at 6 days old because her father died and she was the next of kin. So knowing her story and doing the walking tour inside her old home was just so very eerie feeling the whole time. Overall, I think it was just a really good experience. The 16, whatever, how much the ticket cost was worth it because I had such a fun afternoon. And I don't know about Erica, the whole time I was just like so excited to see everything, experience everything, except for the one little part where I dislocated my kneecap while climbing the stairs inside Edinburgh Castle, but I had fun. After the walking tour of the castle, we headed for dinner in this really cute, very Scottish restaurant, and we had haggis for the first time. It was so yummy.
Round two. Oh yeah.
And I don't know what that is.
This is an aubergine and goat cheese tart with sweet potato crisps and arugula.
I don't remember the name of this restaurant. If I remember what it's called, I'll list it down in the description box. Please enjoy a little clip of me and Erica trying haggis for the first time.
Oh, really good. Wow.
After the restaurant, we took the train back to the hotel, winded down, took a shower, and watched Breaking Dawn Part 2. Are you Team Edward or are you Team Jacob? Comment down below which team you're on, because this is a very ongoing debate.
It's not real.
Like, that hair isn't real.
No.
Why am I filming this? Okay, enough of this. Angelica, take it back. And that's it for the Edinburgh vlog video. I'm sorry I wasn't able to capture a lot inside a castle. They just had like a strict policy of not filming inside the buildings because the committee who created the exhibition put in a lot of work with like the wax figures and all of that, so they didn't want people to like document and videotape the whole thing. You were allowed to take photos, but you weren't allowed to take videos, as they wanted to keep the mystery and the history within the walls of Edinburgh Castle. And so hope you guys enjoy those photos and enjoy me and Erica going around Edinburgh and showing you the different places that we visited. So episode 2 of this series I think goes up Wednesday following this video when it goes up, and here's a little sneak peek as you wait for the next episode.
Sing me a song of a lass that is gone. Say, could that lass be I?
It's Samuel. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's still so surreal that I went to Scotland and experienced the different places that Outlander filmed, and like just generally the whole country, because Scotland is such a beautiful place. And I know I only visited like some places of Scotland, which I was very sad that we were only there for like 3 days, 2 nights. I wish I could stay there for like a month or maybe even move there. But yeah, I was just so grateful that I got to experience and visit Scotland with my best friend. Ever since I watched Outlander, Scotland has been a dream of mine to go to. Like, out of all the places that we visited, Scotland and Paris are tied for first, because that's how much I love Edinburgh. Like, I told Erica I could move to Edinburgh and like live there because of how much I loved it. Like, the air is so clean, people are so sweet and so nice and very welcoming, and they're just like very modern and like up to date with like with everything. And then other parts of Scotland is like very rural, where you can like see a lot of farmlands and highlands still intact, and so I wouldn't mind living there and like visiting different places, because yeah, it was so nice. Would I go again? Yeah, definitely. Hopefully maybe in the next 10 years I can go visit Scotland again with my family, because I know my mom and my dad would love Scotland, just because they're very into the very rural aspect of living rather than just the city. They're not very city people, so I understand why they're not city people, because the city gets very hectic. So Scotland was a nice in-between city life with Edinburgh, and then rural side with the different other different parts of Scotland with the Highlands and all that. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the second episode with a very Outlander filled day. Bye!